Welcome to the reveal of the Great Sparkle and Shine Mystery. I am so excited to be with you today to reveal this program 10 months in the making. This started a year ago for all of our detectives signing up in December and picking their different jewel tones, their colorways. We had over 2,000 people participate in this mystery. It is awesome. It is fantastic. We've loved seeing all of your quilts come together. I've seen you guys on the Zooms every month, and I'm so excited by your progress and can't wait to show you all the big design, the big finish today. Just in case you've never joined us before and this is your first time, our mystery quilt comes pre-cut to you every month. Our team die cuts about 75,000 triangles, squares, and rectangles each month, packs them lovingly into packages, and sends them out the door to you. It has been a labor of love. This was our 9th mystery that we've worked on, and it's my pleasure to introduce my design partner for this project, Sheila Christensen. Excuse me. Sheila is located in New Zealand. So good morning, Sheila. How are you?
Good afternoon, Kim. How are you?
How does it feel to be Saturday? It's Friday for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's Saturday morning and it's nice and bright and early and the birds are singing. Yeah, it's great.
That sounds lovely. It's about to be cool for most of us because we're approaching fall and winter, but you are on the other side of that, aren't
Quite right. It's springtime. So
you?
we're looking forward to some good sunshine next week.
Awesome. All right. So about 10 minutes before we jumped on the live, I asked Sheila to prepare a dad joke. So normally my children, Lincoln and Dominic, would be here with us and they would share some dad joke wisdom with us. And so I asked Sheila, just since they're in school today, if we could perhaps continue that tradition. So I will go first since I put her on the spot. So Sheila, why did the duck cross the road?
I don't know. Why did the duck cross the road?
It was the chicken's day off.
Well, I've got a sparkly joke for you.
Very good.
Did you know that Carl bought me 13 diamonds for my birthday?
What?
Yeah, 13 diamonds, 13 hearts, 13 spades, and 13 clubs.
Oh, that's amazing. That Carl, man, he's a keeper. We love that Carl. Okay, so with that, I would like to turn it over to Sheila to talk to us a little bit about this design, the colorways, what she likes about it, and she gets to be the one to show you the big reveal of 2 of the colorways that she made at her shop.
Fantastic. Hi, everybody. Well, yeah, I'm Sheila, if you haven't seen me before. And I started doing the mystery quilts here in New Zealand over 10 years ago now. So I really love doing the design phase and getting ideas together. So Sparkle and Shine started for me probably more than 18 months ago. And as I do the design, I then try it out with lots of different fabrics. So we have a whole host of different colorways this time. And the yeah, you will have chosen your own colorway and you'll be quite surprised, I think, when you see the results and how different they are with the different fabrics. We've got things that are quite high contrasty and more solid, like the turquoise one. And then I've also got another one to show you today, which is the jasper, which is much less contrast, soft and quite different to the turquoise one. We introduced some Tula pink fabrics, which was really exciting. Yeah, I've just loved seeing all your clues on Facebook. It's been fantastic to see them. And I hope you're going to enjoy Sparkle and Shine and seeing the finished quilt. So are we ready to take a look, Kim?
Oh, good. So Sheila, do you have the quilts to show us?
I have a small one here ready. So I can show you that one, and then if we switch back to you for a little while, I'll hang up the big one, then I can switch over to show you that one. How about that?
Sounds perfect.
Cool. So are you ready, everybody? Drum roll. I'm going to switch over to my camera. Hopefully it's still working.
I love
There we
technology.
go.
Oh my gosh.
So that is the turquoise small Sparkle and Shine. hanging up on my design wall, on my half a design wall with all my wires and everything around. So yeah, it's been really exciting to see that, and I think um, when you see the results and it's a bit more of a solid fabric, it might give you some ideas for how to pick your fabrics for the next mystery. So you'll be getting some pieces to add to what you already have. Um, the outside borders are additional this month, and there's a few other pieces that you're going to need to finish the quilt off. But when you get your instructions, you'll be able to get a start on it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody's finished quilts. So I'll hand over to you, Kim, while I go and hang up the other quilt.
Very cool. All right, so Allie's gonna flip the camera over to us. So that was a small. When she showed me the small turquoise, I was completely blown away. It is very different than I ever thought it would look. And our team, I had to call everyone over to look at it because it is absolutely fantastic. So we have about 8 or 9 quilts to share with you today. These are all lovingly made by the Cotton Cuts family here for different purposes. And as I show each one, we'll talk a little bit about who made it and who they're making it for, because each one has a super fantastic story that goes with it. So the first one, without any further ado, is a large moonstone. So this colorway was a super popular one. This was one of our most popular colorways at the end of the day. We had a lot of folks join this one at the end. It is a Tula pink print. This quilt top was made by our very own Amanda. So if any of you have emailed in and asked for parts or looking for help, Amanda is our extraordinaire. She made this. This is the first quilt she's ever long-armed on her brand new long arm, the biggest quilt she's done. And she loves it. Contrary to what everyone says, she absolutely really loves this quilt. So this is the large version of the Sparkle and Shine. The next quilt is another large. This one is azure. So this one is tape facet fabric. And so this one shows up so well on the camera. I'm looking at what you guys are seeing right now. This quilt is beautiful. It is blue. It is tape. It is stunning. She got the top done, and this will be the next project that Amanda sews on her long arm. She's going to keep this one in her trailer on the property, keep them warm when they're out on the winter nights coming up. The next quilt is a small lapis. So this quilt was made by our very own Noreen here in the shop. This one has a very special story behind it. When we picked a red, white, and blue colorway, Noreen saw it and wanted to make a quilt of valor for her father-in-law, who served in the armed services. And so she picked this colorway to make and to give to him. It is going to be certified quilt of valor. She had to add some borders around it to get it to be the right dimension, and she will gift it to her father-in-law. This quilt was custom long arm quilted. So Amanda, if you want to zoom in a little bit, it has some eagles that the long armor has put into the quilt, as well as some stars. It was custom done. It was not edge to edge. It has variegated thread in it, red, white, and blue. It is stunning and breathtaking, and I know that it's going to have a fantastic home. If you want to learn more about the Quilts of Valor program, you can go to quiltsofvalor.org and learn how you can make a patriotic quilt for donation to a serviceman in your life, or woman, serviceman or woman. Our next quilt is going to be a small opal. This is a batik quilt that is made by, it's a Hoffman fabric. It was made by our very own Amy. She's actually going to keep this quilt. She loves it so much. She wasn't sure what to do with it. But this is a small version of opal. She added 2 borders to it, and she actually brought it into the shop and tested a whole bunch of fabrics with it. But we think that by adding the green and then the purple, it makes the green in the quilt pop. It's interesting with the border selection, how picking a certain color can make certain things pop out of a quilt that you didn't know were there. And we're actually going to see something next. We have a large version of the opal, and you'll see how much difference the border can make in the finished quilt. So we're going to leave this one right here, and we're going to show the large. And so we are often asked, what's the difference between a large and the small quilt? And so they're always the same basic design, but they are just a little different. And so what we're going to do is just have the small, then we're going to bring the large over so you can see it in its full size. So the large was actually made by our very own Allie. she is going to keep this one because, again, she loves it so much. By working on this one in parallel with Amy, they were able to compare and contrast how the large and the small were different and similar. And they had a lot of fun sewing it together, knowing they were sewing the same fabrics. Next, we have Ruby and Emerald. This is the red and green holiday themed quilt. And like Opal, we have a couple different versions of this to show you as well. So here is the small version. This was done by Amanda's mother-in-law, Darlene. She put this together. I believe this is her first mystery quilt that she did, maybe her first or second. But this is the small version. It would be a great throw to have in your house for the holidays. You can bring it out. It can store easily. You can put it around your holiday tree. It is an absolutely lovely small size quilt. We're going to show a large quilt that was made by Jamie Murray. Jamie is one of our pattern testers. She goes through and ensures that all the instructions are solid and a match. And as you can see, similar concept, right? The small and the large are similar in design. One is just slightly bigger than the other. And so Jamie's quilt, she's going to keep, it's not quilted yet. Jamie likes to put lots of fun things on the back of her quilt. So I have no doubt we'll see something very exciting from this one. And then we wanted to show you what extra borders look like on Ruby and Emerald. So this one was made by my mother. And so we had lots of conversations with her about the borders. We weren't sure if she wanted to do red or if she wanted to do the green. She ended up going with the red to make it just a little bit bigger, so it'll actually be able to go on one of her guest beds in her house. She loves it. She binded it with the green because we wanted to make sure to do the red or green, and she put it in this order, and she really, really, really likes it. This is something that it was hard to get out of her hands this week, so we could put it up here to show her. And then the last one is my absolute favorite of the collection. This is one that when we were doing it, nobody knew how this would come together, but this is Pearl. This is the Pearl Large. So Allie made this one as well. She's going to be gifting it to her daughter. It is absolutely stunning. Amanda, do you want to zoom in on a little bit? When we were cutting this, there's so many directional fabrics. We weren't sure how it would work on the die cutter, but it has so much movement in this quilt. The design is stunning. It's fascinating. We just love this quilt. As soon as she unfurled it, all of us were just completely surprised by how awesome it looks together. I think that's one of the beauties of the Mystery Quilt program is that you see these swatches and you don't know how they come together, but Sheila's done all the work to make sure that they look absolutely fantastic. So those are all the quilts that we had here. We're going to push it back to Sheila to see her large Jasper. Jasper was another popular colorway. She has one that she made, and so we're going to take a look at it. Sheila, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's have a look. So this is the large Jasper. There you go. And yeah, lovely greens and autumn colours. I just love those colours. Really pleased with how this one came out. And I just want to give a shout out to Vicky, who does my test sewing over here. She was working really hard putting these quilts together. And these were edge to edge quilted. So yeah, we had lots of fun putting these together, and we're having fun doing the next one as well.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you, Sheila. That Jasper is amazing. Someone asked me last night if we would have a Jasper, and I told them no because I wanted them to be as surprised as everyone else on the Zoom today. So a couple things from us before we sign off. So Lilo Frey is an excellent long armer here in St. Louis. She actually long armed all these quilts for us. And inside everyone's Clue 10 is going to be a discount code to send your quilt to Lilo to long arm for you. She does a fantastic job. She has a quick turnaround. She's a huge supporter of cotton cuts, and so we want to make sure that we share that information with everyone here. Also, everyone should be receiving an email, actually should have received an email with their Clue 10. Also included in that for the first time ever is a link to buy the patterns for Sparkle and Shine, as well as a link to the free cutting instructions for Sparkle and Shine. So this is something Sheila and I get asked all the time. Do you have the pattern? Can I get the pattern? Can I get the pattern? And this time I can answer confidently, yes, we have the pattern. So everyone that participated will get the cutting instructions. So you can take your 10 clues with the cutting instructions and make your quilt for forever. The pattern includes all 5 sizes of Sparkle and Shine in one pattern. So if you want to make a twin, if you want to make a king, a queen, All of that is included in the pattern, and all of those instructions are in the email that you should have received already. And lastly, several people have asked me if there's any way to get old kits of mysteries. And so today we loaded onto the website a Sparkle and Shine kit to make turquoise, which is the quilt that you saw Sheila show, to make lapis, which is the red, white, and blue quilt that Noreen made for her Quilt of Valor, as well as 3 previous colorways for Are You Game? Our team is going to work on resurrecting old designs of the mystery and putting them in a prepackaged form. In case you missed it or you saw another colorway you liked and you didn't get a chance to do it, we want to make sure that as many people can participate in the mystery as possible. And so I would be remiss in not thanking my entire team here at Cotton Cuts, as well as Sheila, for everything that we've been able to accomplish today. My last sign-off note, and I have something that my team is insisting that I wear to announce the next mystery, which will be so sweet. It is a donut themed mystery. Sign-ups start December 3rd. Be sure to mark your calendars, get there early. Colorways will sell out. We don't have infinite supply of all the colorways this time with all the supply chain challenges. Also be on the lookout for all sorts of fun social media things. We're going to be doing a bingo card challenge. We're going to be doing a mug rug challenge. Our team is loving the theme of donuts and we are running with it. So we have lots of fun things in store. Be sure to continue following us and be the first to know. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sheila, and we will see you all soon. Bye now. Are you good? Okay, we got to close the video, I bet. Hold on a second.